Hi guys, today we're gonna learn about annuity.
Annuity. What is annuity? An annuity is a series of payments made at equal intervals. Annuities can be classified according to the frequency of payment dates. Example of annuity: firstly, fixed deposit into saving accounts. Second, monthly insurance payment. Third, pension payment. Annuity divide into two, which is ordinary annuity and annuity due. An ordinary annuity makes or requires payment at the end of each period. Why? With annuity due, by contrast, payment come at the beginning of each period. Future value of an annuity. The formula for ordinary annuity is S equal to R times 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I. While for formula annuity due, S equal to R times 1 plus I times 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I, where I is equal to R over M and N equal to M times T. S is sum of arising in the future, R is periodic payment paid at the end of each period, and number of interest-bearing period, M is compounding frequency, T is time period or number of year, R annual rate or nominal rate or year, I is periodic rate.
For example 1, Leslie Michelle is an athlete who believes that her playing career will last 7 years. 1A. To prepare for her future, she deposits $24,000 at the end of each year for 7 years in an account paying 6% compounded annually. How much will she have on deposit after 7 years? From question 1a, we get R is equal to 24,000, M is equal to 1 since the interest compounded annually, N which is the number of period is 7, I which is the interest rate per period, we get 0.06. Using the formula for future value of an annuity, the amount that she will have on deposit after 7 years is $201,452.10. If you want to calculate her interest, note that she made 7 payments of $24,000. The interest that she will earn is $33,452.10. Next, the question 1b. Instead of investing $24,000 at the end of each year, suppose Leslie deposits $2,000 at the end of each month for 7 years in an account paying 6% compounded monthly. How much will she have on deposit after 7 years? From the question 1b, we get R is equal to 2,000. The interest is compounded monthly, so the M is 12, N is 84, I is 0.005. So we are using the same formula, which is the formula for future value of an annuity. The amount that she will have on her deposit after 7 years is $208,147.85. With this investment, note that she made 84 payments of 2,000. So the interest that she will have 40,147 and 85 cents.
For example 2, Michelle sees an ad for a 3-bedroom house available. Leased at 1,800 ringgit per month. She wants to rent the property for 3 years, but the rent is 9,600 ringgit per year more than she is paying for her rent now in her apartment. Before she signs a lease, Michelle wants to know how much money she would have in 3 years if she were to stay in her current home and invest the additional 9,600 ringgit per year in an account with a 5% annual interest rate. From the question of example 2, we know that this question is about future value of an annuity due. From this question, we know that the value of T or time period equal to 3, M equal to 1, R or annual interest rate equal to 5%, 0.05, the value of capital R equal to 9,600 ringgit. Before we insert all this value, we need to find the value of I and N first. So to find the value of I equal to R over M, which is 0.05 over 1, and we will get 0.05. To find the value of N, which is N equal to M times 3 times T, which is 1 times 3 equal to 3. So after we get the value of I and N, we can insert all of this value into the formula of future value of an annuity due. So after 3 years with 9,600 investment per year, Michelle will have 31,777 ringgit 20 cents.
James deposit $1,200 at the end of each year into an ordinary annuity that pays 6% annual interest at the beginning of each year. What is the future value of the account at the end of 5 years? Okay. For the ordinary annuity, we can use this formula, which is S equal to R times 1 plus I power of N minus 1 over I. Okay, from the question given, we know that R is equal to $1,200 and I equal to 6 over 100, which is I equal to 0.06, and then T equal to 5, M equal to 1, and N equal to MT, which is N equal to 1 times 5 equal to 5. Okay, from the value we have, we can substitute into the formula given. So we have S equal to 1,200 start with, in bracket, 1 plus 0.06 power of 5 minus 1 over 0.06. So S is equal to 6,764.51 Okay.
Okay, the next question is example 4a. The question asks, the question said, Chahanso plan to deposit 5,000 ringgit at the beginning of each year with 5% rate of interest for the next 7 years to save enough money for his son's education. Determine the amount that Chahanso will have at the end of 7 years. Because the question states begin at the beginning of each year, so we need to use the annuity due formula. In the question, we have R, the capital letter of R, small letter of R, and M and T. M is 1 because the question said Hansel will save 5,000 ringgit at the beginning of each year. That means he will save the money every year, not every month. And T equal to 7 because the question said for the next 7 years. The formula of annuity due is S equals to R times 1 plus I times I plus I 1 plus I power of N minus 1 per I. And all the to find I, we use R over M. Because of that, we have 0.05 as I. And then N equals to M times T. 1 times 7 equal to 7. So N is 7. And all the value that we have, we substitute in the formula. So we got 42,745 ringgit 54 cents. So at the end of 7 years, Hansel will have this value for his son's education. Dino want to have final amount 36,000 ringgit after 5 years. What is the deposit he need to save in his account that pays 8% compounded monthly? Okay, from the question, we know that the question asks about deposit, or we can say the value of per repayment. Using the same formula, which is formula of annuity due, and from the question is already state the value of S, which is 36,000 ringgit and annual rate is 0.08. Number of year is 5 years since Dino want to save the money for 5 years. Oh, the value of M is 12. Since in a year, we have 12 months, so the compounding frequency M is equal to 12. To proceed calculating, we also need to find the value of credit rate I and the number of interest N. To find I, we use formula R over M, then find N by M times T. So the I is 0.08 over 12 and N is 60. After find all the value there, so we can proceed to substitute all the value to the formula of annuity due. So we got the value of credit payment R is 486 ringgit and 71 cents. Then every month Dino need to save in his account 486 ringgit and 71 cents to get 36,000 ringgit after 5 years.
Thank you for listening, and we hope this video helped you to gain better understanding for this topic.